What's going on, guys? The Primal 50. This is all about boosting your productivity. So, before we start, I am sick, so I'm sorry for my voice, but this is too good not to share now. So, I got this from my high performance course, complete game changer. And I think this is what's going to get the common man to become uncommon. It's all about being productive. What we don't want to be is busy. So, if you are busy, it's exhausting, there's no structure to it, and it's chaotic. And there's a little baby there, which I'm about to experience. So I'm sure I'm going to be more busy than productive. But if I can try to put my focus on being productive while I've got this chaotic time, it's going to be better, right? So being productive is going to give us high energy, clear intentions, and it's going to give you a higher sense of purpose. We're doing this with reason. So if you do implement the strategies that are about to come, you can increase productivity by 30%, which is just fucking wild, right? Your task. We're trying to gamify the process here to boost your energy and increase clarity in your day. Okay, so what does that mean? How are we going to do this? You need to have a calendar set out. And if you don't have a calendar already, I've got a whole different resource. Send me a message. We'll get your calendar sorted. But you just audit your calendar, okay? So we're going to find 50 minutes of time. That's 50-minute block of time that's not working in your favor to your goals. If you can't find 50 minutes in a day because you're too busy, let's have a look at your phone screen time, because I guarantee you there's going to be a couple of hours on there, and it's all cumulative, right? Like, you may not think you have a 50-minute block, but how have we managed to get 4 hours of screen time? If we shuffle some things around, I'm sure we can find one 50-minute block and just give it a trial run anyway. Okay, so we're going to audit it, find a 50-minute block. We're then going to replace that time, because if we don't replace it with something good, you will just find something else to replace it with that's not so good. Okay, so we're going to replace it with one of the Primal 50 task. And if you're brave, you can do more than one. Okay, so there's 4. If you want to add all 4, absolutely, that's amazing. But let's go step by step, and let's just start with one and see how the process works. Okay, so you're going to like some of these, some maybe not so much, but that's okay. Well, let's just have a look what it is. So 50-minute blocks. This is a game, okay? This is no longer like, let me just see how long I can work for. It's like, what can I get done in 50 minutes? What tasks do I have that I can get done? So let's go through the task here. So we got sleep, which is going to boost energy. We got a power 50-minute there, which is going to boost clarity. We got deep work for focus and renewal for de-stressing. Okay, so let's go. Number 1, I promise you're probably going to like this one, but most of you probably need this very first one, even though it sounds the best. So we're going to add 50 minutes of extra sleep each night. How are you going to do that? Go to bed earlier, wake up later, sorry. But it's actually harder than you would think. A lot of people struggle with sleep. Now, I've got a quote here. If sleep isn't important, it's the biggest evolutionary blunder ever, because so many people think that they can work off 4 to 5 hours. You can work at 4 to 5 hours, but you are not optimal. You are not going to be the most productive you. So you're not going to deliver the best stuff. It's going to be more chaotic. You're not going to have the same focus or clarity. You're going to feel like shit. We want the highest energy levels to start the day. So we're going to try to get 50 minutes of extra sleep. And now, if that's the only one that you add in, game changer. Absolute game changer. So you could sleep in, but I think probably it's going to be going to bed earlier. That's probably the most important thing. What does this mean? What do you need to do? Probably going to have to start getting off screens earlier than what you are already. You're going to have to find some time where you're going to shuffle your downtime. When you're going to read if you're reading. What are you going to do to just like get your nervous system to drop down, be ready to sleep? I would turn the lights off earlier. Like, there's a whole different tricks that we can use for this. But if that's what you pick, that's going to boost your energy so much. It really will be a game changer. Next, we've got the Power 50. And this one is my favorite. I would say this one's my favorite for sure. Okay, so win the day, win the morning. That's what I believe in. So the first 50 minutes of waking, we're going to wake up, we're going to get in the cold shower. Now, before I say this and you turn it off, I don't want to do a fucking cold shower. I only say this to absolutely bang, wake up, you're ready to go. It only needs to be 5 seconds, 10 seconds, whatever it is. Start your shower just with cold, then heat it and have a 5-minute hot shower if you want. I don't care about that. I just want you to be shocked. Like, oh, okay, I'm up now. And that's literally what happens every single time. I want that energy for you so you can do the next task with the right intentions, okay? Then we're going to go hydrate. And that doesn't mean just water. If you just have water, that's great. but it's actually diluting the electrolytes in your body already and can actually like bring on headaches. It can bring on you being more dehydrated long term. So we're going to get some electrolytes in with the water. And this is the single best hack that I've added into my routine for me and my clients. This is one that people leave training with me and they come back, go, wow, this thing was elite. Okay. So we're going to wake up, get in the cold shower, boom, we're clean, we're fucking alert. We're having some electrolytes with some water to hydrate, so we've got energy. Because even if we're 1% dehydrated, we've slept for 8 hours, hopefully, maybe 50 minutes extra, right? That's a long time to not be getting more fluids in. So we're going to start the morning off. This will boost your energy as well. Then we're just going to move. Now, this doesn't need to be a big workout, okay? It can just be a stretch. Just free your body up a bit. Just get some blood flow going before the main event, which is the planning, okay? So you're going to spend the day, the time here planning out your day. Now, this doesn't just mean, oh yeah, I'm going to go to work. It's like, what do you need to get done today? Write it out, and not just work. Okay, but what version of yourself needs to turn up for work? Do you need to be energetic? Do you need to be like, oh fuck yeah, I've got that meeting and then I got to turn up for this? Do you need to prepare a little bit for that? Right. So just planning out your day there. Then when are you going to get your movement in? When are you going to go train? When are you going to eat? What are you going to eat? Plan it so you're clear. So you just got to plan, because if you've got to plan it so clear, if people come to me all the time talking about like, oh, I just struggle with food, I'm like, have you got a plan? Like, no. It's like, well, if you don't have a plan, you're going to be winging it. And now the chaos is coming back in, like we talked about, being busy. So we're going to plan. Now, I didn't actually put this on here, but the most important thing for this power 50-minute block, no phones. Do not look at your phones. As soon as you go on your phone, you're inviting in the world to you to demand things from you, even if you've got emails and stuff. 50 minutes and then you can check. Okay. In your plan, write down who you're expecting to get an email from that you're going to need to reply to first. That way you can look through it. And if not, it's not that important, is it? But plan with no phones. Okay, cool. Then we got the deep work focus block. Okay, this one's really, really cool. We are going to set a 50-minute timer. You're going to focus in on one task, and then you're just going to go 100%. That's all you're going to do. So before you start, you're going to go for a toilet break, a water break, you have a little stretch. You're going to do the same thing after the 50-minute, because what was taught to me, I thought it was a great message, is like you can get focused in. You think you're in the zone. You do 2 hours. Now you're like, fuck, I feel shit. My back hurts. Oh, I've been doing this for so long. I've got no energy. We're going to reset each time. 50 minutes, get it done. 50 minutes is not that long to do deep work. So we're focused in on that. And then we're like, all right, cool. We got a heap done. Wow. Stand up, stretch them out, get some blood flow. Just like do a little few hops around or something. Just get some blood moving. 5 to 10 minute rest before we start to go in again. If you're feeling good after the stretch water break, it's been 2 minutes, go again. That's cool too. There's no like set rules on this, but just give yourself a little second to stretch out and move. That's important. Get some blood flow. Okay. And this one's going to be like, probably this is like the one you probably thought was going to come with the most productivity, right? That this is the deep work. This is what's going to matter. But these other things are super important too, because I promise you, if I do not plan at the start of the day, my deep work sessions often just don't happen because I don't know what I'm going to be focusing on, or I'll spend longer trying to think about what I'm going to at a different point of the day. Okay. So the last one, renewal. The best you, the most productive you, is not stressed, right? We can have urgency, but not stress. So 50 minutes in your day at some point, and now you can break this up if you need to. If you don't want to just do 50 minutes straight of this, but I would try to do a 50-minute block and just add in a heap of different things if you don't want to do 50 minutes of one thing. So go for a walk, do a workout. Now the workout needs to be renewal, right? So it's like ideally it's not like you're maxing out for this moment and block. If you want to go max out in the gym, cool, do that separately. All right. If you've got no time, whatever, then cool, do what you need to do. But go for a walk, do some meditation, do some breath work. NSDR, the non-sleep deep rest that Andrew Huberman goes on about all the time. I did this. This is like the sleep one on drugs. Honestly, it's 10 to 20 minutes if you want it to be. You can do a 50-minute one if you want. It's like napping, but you're not fully asleep. Sometimes you do sleep, that's okay. But you go to this level of like just not sleeping, but you're getting this deep rest, and you wake up and you feel so brand new, but you're not groggy like you would be from a normal nap. That's why I didn't write nap on there, because NSDR is way better. Or you could read a book. Now, this doesn't mean that you could just, it doesn't mean that you have to be reading like a non-fiction or a fiction book. It's like whatever just brings your levels down. If you're like, fuck, I really want to read my book, cool, do that. You should do the things that you're enjoying too. That's why you're going to stay productive, because otherwise you're going to burn out. It's super important, right? You look, it's important to do the things that need to get done, but it's also important to do the things that's going to keep you at your highest state. Okay, so pick one of these blocks to start with. Focus in on it. If you can add two, if you can add all four, awesome. That'd be really cool. And I think that you would see your life change dramatically from this. So we're going to monitor your results. Now, I obviously can't help you unless you're my client where we've already got the daily check-ins stuff, right? So I want you to monitor your sleep quality, how long you slept for, what's your energy levels like, your stress, your digestion, even like what things have been better since changing this. Now, when you add something new and you want to at least monitor the key things that you want to focus on, because if you don't, you're not sure if it worked. Now you just got 50 minutes to say, am I wasting my time? If we be like, wow, I did sleep extra 50 minutes and my energy is like, I feel unreal. Like I haven't felt like this in ages. Now it's like, okay, well, that's well worth it, because if you can turn up with energy every single day, it's going to be better, right? Same thing goes for even like the revival, right? If we go back here, the renewal, sorry. If you start adding in walks and you're like, wow, I sleep better now. Cool. It all adds in, like it all just will work together. So start tracking, add these things in, see what happens. Okay. So super simple, guys. Find a 15-minute block, add it in, find one, send it to me, whichever one you're doing. Let me know you're doing cool and get after it. And seriously, this is the secret to being more productive and not busy. So there's less chaos and more clarity. All right. Talk to you soon.